My name is Ann Ng. I'm from Segi University, Malaysia, and I'll be recording this presentation. I'll be presenting in the area of the human resources with the research entitled The Mediating Role of Organizational Engagement in Generation Y Employee Retention in the Malaysian Pharmaceutical Industry. I'm in the final stage of completing my PhD in management in Segi University. I am not an academician, but rather have many years of work experience in various industries. In contrast, my supervisor is a long-time academician and professor in Segi University, Malaysia. What I'll be presenting today is based on the abstract that was submitted to the conference secretariat earlier. Why Gen Y employee retention? Why focus on Gen Y employees? Because Gen Y employees are the majority workforce today and of tomorrow. Their dominance is increasing day by day. However, they often change jobs. Every 2 to 3 years, they keep changing jobs. And it's a challenge to organizations today who need stability, because after investing in their training and development for 2 to 3 years, these Gen Y employees change jobs, change companies. So what do Gen Y employees want? They want empowerment, they need work-life balance, they crave development, seek knowledge. However, most of the studies are on multi-generational employees and focus on turnover intention and work engagement. So there are few organizational engagement studies and very limited studies on the mediating effects of organizational engagement on employee retention. What more Gen Y employee retention? And as we know, Gen Y employees are engagement oriented. So there is a gap in the research literature. Specifically, there is a lack of empirical research on organizational engagement and employee retention amongst Gen Y in the pharmaceutical industry. And we all know how important the pharmaceutical industry is, having gone through COVID-19, because this industry is the one that gave us the vaccines for COVID-19. So based on the needs of Gen Y employees, this research framework was conceptualized with 9 hypotheses. On the left-hand side, you see 4 hypotheses that tested the predictive effects of psychological empowerment, work-life balance, employee development, and knowledge sharing on organizational engagement. There's 1 hypothesis that tests the influence of organizational engagement on Gen Y employee retention, and 4 hypotheses examine the mediating effects of organizational engagement between the studied antecedents and Gen Y employee retention. This research employed snowball sampling to reach Gen Y employees. These Gen Y employees must have at least had a basic bachelor degree and had worked 6 months or more with the current employer during the data collection through an online survey questionnaire. Altogether, there were 308 usable survey questionnaires of Gen Y employees from 41 pharmaceutical organizations that tested and analyzed the relationships, the hypothesized relationships using PLS-SAM method. In addition, PLS-PREDICT was used to assess the predictive power of the research model. This research found that very high predictive power for organizational engagement, hence psychological empowerment, work-life balance, employee development, knowledge sharing are strong predictors of organizational engagement. This research also found that organizational engagement predicts Gen Y employee retention. And most importantly, organizational engagement mediates the relationship between the studied antecedents and Gen Y employee retention. However, the research findings of this study are not generalizable to other populations. Nevertheless, to the author's knowledge, this is the first study to uncover the strong predictors of organizational engagement of Gen Y employees, and the first to empirically demonstrate the mediating role of organizational engagement between psychological empowerment, work-life balance, employee development and knowledge sharing, and Gen Y employee retention. In addition, in the area of human resources, this is one of the few studies that use the prediction-oriented model evaluation approach with PLS Predict, which supports or strongly supports theory generalizability for deriving practical and generalizable recommendations. And since this research was carried out during the COVID-19 pandemic, this research also extends the existing social research exchange theory to a pandemic context. So in conclusion, organizational engagement is crucial for Gen Y employee retention. Therefore, it's highly recommended that organizational engagement be the key employee retention strategy, and all initiatives taken should be engaging. Incorporating strong predictors of organizational engagement, such as psychological empowerment, work-life balance, employee development, and knowledge sharing. Thank you very much for your time and have a good day.